Dun, 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 dun. What is up, everybody? Hey, it's Monday, and I've got a little song. It's called Jon Does number 102. What's up? Hi. Oh, man. Busy weekend, huh? Busy weekend. There was a Superbowl. Superb Owl. The Superb Owl happened this weekend. It wasn't very superb. And I know this because I didn't watch it. Because you know why? I never watched the Super Bowl because I am not a sports fan. I'm just saying. I spent my weekend... Oh, I need to pull this out a little bit so I have better functionality. I spent my weekend doing productive things. You know, just the normal kinds of things that one would do to make their show better. Like adding boo noises to jeering a crowd upset. Figured I'd add that into the sound, the old roadcaster here. I got a couple other things that I put in. I still got space for more. I'm filling up those banks, Ryan. I still have I still have 11 banks I could fill up still, but I have some more sound effects. Sound effects. Related to Boba Fett's. Got some air horns. Move this over to a different one. My farts. Because everybody's been talking about how bobcat and cougar sounds are necessary for soundboards. And then a different drum roll, because I think I only have the one like ba-dum-shh comedy drum roll on the other. There we go. Sound effects. So I'm going to get out of this because we don't need to turn this into another episode like Friday, which, by the way, thank you everybody who watched Friday's episode. I got a lot of views on that one. I was pleasantly surprised. I kind of figured either the 100th episode or some of the other, what was the last movie I did? Was it like Wakanda Forever? I think movie review. I thought I'd do a little bit better, but hey, 102 episode. Looks like I'm gonna try to aim for Fridays to be those kinds of shows. A little bit more fun, relaxed. Hopefully Pat can show up, or somebody else can be here for those, and we just goof around. Damn, my mouth is still. So I was talking to Ryan on the phone earlier, and all of this so I was out for a walk, talking to Ryan. Everything's fine. I had a little snack. I had a Kind bar. I'm just eating, some almonds and some dark chocolate, And then the next thing you know, I'm like, my mouth tastes like iron, and I cut the crap out of my mouth. And I don't know what I did, but I still, the skin flap's still there, so forgive me. I won't get into the other story that I know you don't want to hear regarding my dental journey. We'll leave it at I cut my mouth for some reason today, and I don't know what's going on. It's kind of annoying me. But anyways, hey, before we get into all the other cool stuff going on today, all the trailer spots that we're not going to talk about all of them. There's a lot of TV spots, but before we get into that, I want to let you guys know to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. It's really the only place to support this channel other than doing things like liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting and all that. The normal stuff you guys hear about from YouTube. That helps, watching the show and interacting with the show is always helpful. But if you do like what's going on here and you want to support the channel, check out wilddinosaur.com. I got things like this. This is one of my tote bags. Real durable. I love these tote bags. I have like 4 of them, different designs, but they're super great. I use them. I keep them, a couple of them in my car, and I rotate out every time I go to the store. I take one in with me, and I use it as my grocery bag. So check those out. There's t-shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of cool stuff. So, yeah. WildDinosaur.com. It's awesome. And I'm going to try to do some stuff this year to clean it up a little bit. You know, started it last year. I haven't kept up with things like email lists and stuff like that. My apologies. But I do need to update some of this stuff. There's going to be a new pants record coming out here at the end of the month. And I have been working on some other designs, so hopefully I can get some new art up there for you guys. On some, I'll probably do the new pants logo, album cover like I premiered last week. I'll probably put those up there, and I have one or two others that I'm working on finishing up, to maybe have up for t-shirts and stuff like that here this year. But that being said, I want to talk to you guys about the superb owl, the Super Bowl. I didn't watch it because I don't care. It doesn't matter what team plays. I don't care at all. It's not that, you know, my family, the majority of my family, they're all Niner fans. I'll just throw that out there. I don't care. Even if the Niners had made it to the Super Bowl, still wouldn't care. The only thing about the Super Bowl I care about, there's two things. If you're invited to a Super Bowl party, just getting down on all that food there. You know, some wings, some chicken, you know, whatever. Chips and dips. Oh man, carrots and dip. That sounds really good right now. Some baby carrots and some like ranch or hummus, but no, not both. Never mind. I was gonna say both. That sounds like a delicious snack right now, and that's what the Super Bowl is all about. Not really. It's partly about that. The other part of it, for me, it's the movie trailers. That's the only thing I care about. And there weren't a lot of movie trailers. There was a lot of TV spots of movies coming out. Before I get too deep into those, and I might miss some of these things because I didn't watch it. Because I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I watched the commercials, and then I looked for like lists of things, like ads and stuff that I missed, TV spots that I missed. And the first two I want to talk about, they're just quickly in passing, which is, I don't mean to undercut them that way. The first movie that it comes out, was it this month? It comes out, it was listed as coming out last year, but I think it might have done like the indie circuit, and I think it's finally getting like a wider release this year. Shoot, what was the release date for this? I forget. Sorry, it only has, yeah, there we go. Comes out February 24th, so it's just like 11 days away. But this movie is called Linoleum, and it is stars Jim Gaffigan, comedian Jim Gaffigan. This movie looked really interesting. There's been a handful of movie trailers that I've seen recently that fit into the title of indie film. Maybe I don't know who's behind a lot of these films, but there's 3 films I'm going to talk about right now before we get into the Super Bowl stuff. Linoleum is so I'm just going to read you what the synopsis here on IMDb says. When the host of a failing children's science show tries to fulfill his childhood dream of becoming an astronaut by building a rocket ship in his garage, a series of bizarre events occurs that causes him to question his own reality. And I mean, I saw this trailer randomly, was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? I was like, what is this? This looks great. And let's see, the cast is Jim Gaffigan. There's honestly not a ton of people in the well, there's a few. Michael Ian Black from Stella, and was he in The State? Yeah, I think he was in The State. A bunch of like stand-up stuff from back in the day. Michael Ian Black's hilarious. And Tony Shalhoub, who was Monk, the Detective Monk, that series that was on for a while. That seems to be the most notable cast in this so far, but it is very much like a indie feel type movie. It looks great, and I mean, I don't see Jim Gaffigan in a lot of stuff as like a leading character. He pops up here and there, and I see like stand-up bits and stuff like that from him, online regularly. Was he the one with the Hot Pocket bit? I think he was the one with the Hot Pocket bit. It was so long ago now. Yeah, so Linoleum looks great, and that gets a wider release at the end of this month. And Ryan, I know if you're listening here, I apologize for throwing these out here after the conversation we had about all of the movie theaters shutting down in Berkeley. I apologize. I mean, sure, if you wanted to, I'm sure you could find these films in the Bay Area, but you would have to leave, I think, the downtown area. The other film that I wanted to talk about, well, wait, there was 3 that I was going to mention. What was it? Oh, the one that I don't have too much to say about was, I think Pat and I talked about this. Oh shoot, what is it called? It's Bo something. It's the new Joaquin Phoenix movie coming out soonish. There we go. That's how you spell that. Yeah, forgive me, I forget the name of it. This one looks really good too. It's Bo is Afraid. And this one has like a lot of different feel to it too. It feels pretty indie ultimately. The synopsis for this one is a decade-spanning portrait of one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. Parker Posey is in this. Joaquin Phoenix is the lead. Parker Posey, Nathan Lane, Amy Ryan, Richard Kind, Patti LuPone. Michael Gandolfini, awesome. That's James Gandolfini's son, who's starting to make a name for himself. Yeah, there's a handful of people in this one. This looks really good, and you kind of need to see the trailer, I think, to appreciate what kind of movie I think this is going to be. But there's scenes here where it looks like it was filmed in kind of elaborate sets. And by elaborate, I don't mean like Jim Henson 80s dark fantasy type elaborate sets. I mean, like, they did some really cool, almost Wes Anderson-y, in moments of it. There's like a scene of him on a boat. It's playing here for me. Yeah, there's some. I guess I would maybe lean more towards the Wes Anderson style. A lot of symmetry and whatnot. Not as bright as a Wes Anderson movie, it seems like, but this looks really good. Shoot, when does this one come out? This comes out April 21st. Dino breaking news. Oh shit. Active shooter in East Lansing, Michigan State University, 5 shot, 2 dead so far. Oh man. Oh, that's terrible. Is that true? Oh man. Yeah, oh man. That's just terrible. Man. It's hard to really, say too much about it because this happens so much these days. Not to veer too off subject, it's so disheartening. No. It's okay. Like, this is important stuff. And I'm not sure how old you are, Derpy, and you don't have to answer this, but Man, I was in junior high when Columbine happened. I was in 8th grade when Columbine happened. And that was for me, it felt like the beginning of this. And it's just become so disgustingly normal. I can't believe this is, we let our, I don't want to go off on too many things here, because this is real sad and just terrible situation. We don't know the gun as of yet. It literally is active right now and happened 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I just looked that up. Well, I hope that this can be. I hope we can end this situation in a good way, in the best way possible. Which is, I mean, it's, shoot, I don't know what to say anymore about gun violence here in the United States. It's become so normalized. It's crazy. And again, I'm sorry if for anybody in Michigan that is dealing with this right now. This is not. This is just disappointing and sad, and all of the feelings, man. Well, hope you're staying safe, Derpy. I don't think you're in Michigan, though, are you? All right. Well, I don't know how to segue out of that. I really don't. Beau is Afraid. Go watch the trailer for Beau is Afraid. I guess the last little indie film here that I wanted to, I mean, again, I don't know if it's indie, that I wanted to bring up was a trailer I saw last week as well. And this comes out April 7th. But it's called Paint. And it just looks silly. The synopsis for Paint is, in Paint, Owen Wilson, actor Owen Wilson is the lead in this, portrays Carl Nargle, Vermont's #1 public television painter, who is convinced he has it all. A signature perm, custom van, and fans hanging on every stroke, until a younger, better artist steals everything and everyone he loves. It stars Owen Wilson, Stephen Root, Wendy McLendon. Wow, I've never seen her last name before. She was one of the cops on Reno 911. McLendon Covey. Yeah, who else is in this? Oh, I thought that was. I don't recognize too many other actors here, but yeah, it's sort of like a fictionalized Bob Ross situation here. Again, it's one of these trailers I think you kind of need to see to get it. I don't know. I hate to say it in this terms, but it almost has a slight like Napoleon Dynamite vibe to it. Yeah. Who directed this? Britt McAdams. I don't know who. Britt did. Oh, okay. He's done some like TV stuff. Tosh Poinell. He was the director on that. Interesting. So I think this is maybe his first big movie, I should say. Yeah, it just looks it looks silly. This movie Paint, and I mean Owen Wilson basically is Bob Ross, so that ought to be fun, right? All right. So in regards to the Super Bowl stuff, Oh shit, it was specifically targeted. There were 3 locations around campus that were targeted. I think fiber did. Oh my god. Oh man. What the hell? What the hell? This is fucking awful. You're not there, are you, Derpy? I hope you're not. If you are, please put the like phone down or whatever and just get out. Fuck. Okay, good. You're not there. It's still active. Man. Well, again, I this is just so sad, and I'm in Ohio. I just feel bad because I hate the state up north. Man. Well, I'm glad you're safe, first and foremost. But shoot, I really don't know what to say about this. It's become all too common. This is serious though. Yeah, for sure. And the sad thing about this is these are college students. Those are college students. This could happen anywhere. These are things that happen all the time now. They're commonplace. These are not usually they're not so much like one-off situation. Well, I mean, maybe per individual, but these events are not one-off events anymore. These happen too frequently. This is I'm super embarrassed by the state of how things are. I mean, my feelings are not as important as people being safe and everything like that. But this is awful. Look, I think I'm gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'll talk about some of the trailers that hit the Super Bowl. But yeah, I hope everybody who's listening is staying safe. So I'll see you guys in just a minute.
I'm Richard from Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, and I give these stickers away at every pet wedding. The kids love them too. This bag from, what's his name? Wild Dinosaur? Weren't they all wild? What an oxymoron. Anyways, I like to put my special things in this bag. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is my spirit animal.
Life gave me lemons, so I sold them for this sweet baseball tee.
All right, I'm back. Let's see. Some of my graphics are on the other page now. Yeah, don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel if you feel so inclined. And it's where I post all my art. Go check out all my stuff there. Music videos, visual mediums, stuff like that. So I don't have too many graphics right now. I only made 2, and one of them is on my other thing here. So there was a TV spot, which TV spots are about 30 seconds long. The first TV spot I was going to talk about, which is, I'm not going to get too in depth on what kind of footage was in it or anything like that, but movie I'm super excited about. I can't wait for 65, which is just around the corner. There was a 30-second trailer that came out. 65 comes out March 10th. And that's the new Adam Driver film, which, let's see. What's this? Why is that? Quick synopsis on 65. After a catastrophic crash on an unknown planet, pilot, I thought that said Miles. Mills quickly discovers he's actually stranded on Earth 65 million years ago. Now, with only the one chance of rescue, Mills and the only other survivor, Koa, must make their way across the unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures. So it's basically Metroid versus dinosaurs. It looks like just laser guns and sci-fi tech surviving against dinosaurs, which is pretty awesome. I'm excited to see some relatives in this movie. You know, some dino family members I haven't seen in quite some time. And I can't see them anymore because they are either behind paywalls at museums or we have consumed them in our vehicles as gas or oil. So, shout out to my family, my dino family. That got me to work in my Subaru. So yeah, I really am super excited for 65, and man, that movie there's so many great looking movies coming out this year. Even the ones that, you know, the non-blockbuster movies. Oh, excuse me. It's been kind of a long day. Oh, there's some other people in this that I didn't know about. Where's the IMDb for this? Man, why is the IMDb not like the second search item when I put in 65 movie? All cast and crew. And I kept seeing, what's her name? Alexandria Shipp? Is it Shipp? She played Storm in the most recent X-Men. Alexandria Shipp, yeah. She was listed. Oh, it's just a Google thing for some reason. She's not listed in the IMDb, but I don't know. Maybe she pops up. She played Storm though. She played Storm, and I didn't dislike her. I just didn't think it did anything with those characters. All right. So 65 drops a 30-second trailer. Then there was the Indy 5 trailer, or TV spot, not trailer. Trailer came out. What was that at? Not Celebration. Was it D23? Was that the last event? I don't remember these things. But yeah, there's a TV spot. Couple new pieces of footage. Mads Mikkelsen's Nazi villain character. I mean, oh, man, Mads Mikkelsen he looks like a Indiana Jones Nazi villain. It just looks like it. I mean, I love Mads Mikkelsen. I think he's a great actor. It's always nice to hear when he pops up in things. I really like Mads Mikkelsen as an actor. Not to say anything about the whole Harry Potter universe or anything like that, but when they announced Mads Mikkelsen replacing Johnny Depp in the third Fantastic Beasts movie, I was like, all right, I'm actually interested in that now, just because of him. You know, there's another shot or two of what's her name? Phoebe Waller-Bridges. Bridges. Yeah, it just looks like a good time. It looks like it's probably a little bit more fun than the previous Indiana Jones movie we got. Curious to see how they're going to handle certain things. And did I see that, what's her name's back? Marion? 5 IMDb. Not IMDM. Stupid fingers. What was that? What is going on here? Today's such a weird day. Okay, so there's a lot of people in this movie. Harrison Ford, of course, Mads Mikkelsen, Boyd Holbrook, who is one of the villains in Logan, Antonio Banderas, John Rhys-Davies coming back as Sala. You know, he's been in a number of these Indiana Jones movies. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Toby Jones, Thomas Kretschmann. A lot of good actors in this one. Yeah. This shoot, I don't remember if it was deep fake or de-aging. I don't remember which one was. I think it's the de-aging that they used. Some of it looks pretty good. Because it does look like they're doing some flashbacks to younger Indiana Jones. Not like super young, but like, you know, like late 30s, early 40s Indiana Jones. And Harrison Ford is like almost 80 or something like that now. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You care about Indiana Jones at all? You gonna go see that? All right, now we're getting into the two big ones. I'm gonna re-add an image here because I don't have this image on this screen. It was on another one that I had already set up, but we did an early break. So, wait, what am I doing? I don't need to add that. That's what I'm looking for. Add. So yeah, there was a trailer, a full trailer for Guardians 3, which is coming out in May. What did that say? Sorry. May 5th. May 5th, 2023. Guardians 3. There we go. Bump that up. Drop that under the logo. There we are. So I was really excited when the first trailer came out for this. It was, I think also at that, man, was it it must have been D23 because, well, Celebration's coming up. That's in London. Yeah, whatever the last thing was, forgive me, my brain's all sludge today. Whatever the last event was where they released a bunch of Disney stuff. I think it was the D23, or was it Comic-Con? Shoot, I don't even remember now. No. It must have been D23, I guess. So I really loved the first Guardians movie. I really loved it. I was reminiscing with Ryan earlier today about the first Avengers movie, because I was telling him that I think I'd gone to see that movie, I don't know, five or six times or something like that. I did the same thing with Guardians. I really liked Guardians 1 a lot, and I went and saw it, I think, about 5 or 6 times as well. Mind you, the last 2 or 3 viewings of it, I saw it at like the $2 theater. So it was not quite out yet, but it had already done most of its theatrical run. So yeah, I did see Guardians, I think 2 or 3 times at the cheap theater when I was living in Sacramento. But the first trailer that dropped for Guardians 3, Guardians 2 is an okay movie. I actually want to rewatch it because I think I might have a slightly different take now. But it's just, there was a lot of jokes in it, and it was like the first movie was successful, so every character had to be, Drax was funny in the first movie. Every line he says is going to be a one-liner in the second movie. and they did that a lot. They just leaned into the character identities so much, like Nebula being just like salty all the time. They really, really, really leaned into it, which, I mean, it wasn't out of character, but it just was over the top at times. And again, I do want to rewatch that because I think I might have a different opinion on Guardians 2 now. But Guardians 3 is coming out. It's going to be the last James Gunn film for Marvel, maybe ever, since he's gone over to run DC these days. So, yeah, Guardians 3 is coming out, and this trailer is a little less dark than the first trailer. The first trailer, you know, man, I felt like, oh, I think half this team's dying after that first trailer. And I do still think that there's going to be, just based on what we know about, like, actors, contracts, people wanting to move on, and stuff like that through all the various roles. I do think that at least one person is dying, maybe more. More than one shooter confirmed in shooting. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, and any active shooter situation is bad. I do appreciate the updates. But I forgive me, I'm gonna try to get through these conversations I have too. Guardians 3 is coming soon, and this movie looks like it's or this trailer 2 added a little bit more comedy to it, so it didn't feel so dark and not desperate. Yeah, just it first one seems like a lot of emotional things going on there. This one had some more jokes, some more things going on. There's a really good end tag there, I thought, with Peter, Gamora, and Nebula. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So go check out the Guardians 3 trailer. Derpy, I'm gonna need your help. I need your help with this one. I need some input. Anybody else who's listening, I need some input on this, because the last trailer I want to talk about today from the Super Bowl, this is the Flash trailer. And I wanted to bring this up because there's a very interesting thing happening right now. And I think it's easy to compare totally different scenarios, but it's easy to compare the Hogwarts Legacy controversy. If you're not aware, there's a Harry Potter game that came out that looks really good, but there are a lot of people, there's a lot of opinions going on right now about what to do. Do you buy the game? Do you play it? Do you boycott it? Do people that play the game need to should everybody boycott it? If you don't boycott it, are you anti-trans? Those kinds of conversations going on. This all stems from J.K. Rowling's comments towards trans people. But the Flash trailer comes out, right? So Ezra Miller has all these Ezra Miller's just in so much. Just quicker to that trailer, similar to Barry's bed game. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna just lay it out on the table here for you guys. From my opinion, this movie looks fucking awesome. This looks so good. This still does not make me want to go petition for more Snyderverse stuff. That's not what this is doing. Actually, that's part of the reason why I want to see this is the death. This is us paying to go see the death of the Snyderverse. I'm 100% into that. The whole Ezra Miller controversy is very tricky for not just Warner Brothers, because we've talked about Warner Brothers and how they have to deal with all of these controversial things that they've dealt with, from the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard stuff, Ezra Miller, the Warner Brothers, all of that they have to deal with. But we as an audience have to deal with how we interpret art and how we separate, or do you separate art from the artist? I wanted to read something real quick. I had a conversation, a brief conversation with one of my old roommates who I asked him if he had seen the trailer. My initial response here was kind of complicated, but the Flash trailer looks pretty rad. 100% Flashpoint Paradox. Oh, absolutely. It's a total adaptation of this. They changed the original ending to set up the DCEU for James Gunn University. I would go to that university. I would enroll right away. Quick aside, whenever somebody says like this person or that person is like a genius, for example, 10 years ago, maybe more, maybe even more recent, there was conversations around Kanye West being a genius, and I was like, if you put it into context into college, what courses would you take from Professor Kanye West? And like, honestly, I couldn't think of one class other than music production, and that'd probably be subpar in regards to that. So sorry, that was a quick aside there. So my old roommate, Mike, he responded, yeah, it did look pretty cool, but after Justice League, I made a vow I'd never waste my time on this current group of DC. Plus, fuck Ezra Miller. If he was a regular person, he'd be in jail, but apparently celebrities and politicians can do whatever the fuck they want. I might watch it for free later, but no way am I paying for it. Lol. And that is something I can't argue with, really. I mean, one thing when you say, like, after seeing the Justice League, I just vowed to hey, that's one decision that, if there wasn't a James Gunn universe happening, this Ezra Miller movie was still happening anyways. And if it looked good, maybe it was one of those things that could have saved the DCEU if this was like, the movie was supposed to originally come out in 2018. So if this movie came out in 2018, would like the Snyderverse still be going? There's those kinds of things to consider. But the one thing you can't really like make somebody do is watch or listen to art because of a specific artist. Michael Jackson is a great example for this. There's a lot of people that won't listen to his music anymore, that have a hard time listening to it right now. There's nothing wrong with that. It's separating the art versus artist is very much an individual thing. You might not agree with other people's politics, or you might agree with other people's politics, but still be like, I can't not listen to Michael Jackson. And politics was a bad term in regards to Michael Jackson. There's all of these accounts, all of this, the documentaries that were made and stuff like that about him over the years, and just like how he seems like he was. Ultimately, Michael Jackson was a victim of the world that he grew up in. Show business was the thing. His dad was the abuser, but his dad was also a victim of what that version of work meant. That version of the entertainment industry, what that meant. You know, he was the manager. He was gonna maybe when he was younger he wanted to be the pop star, or, you know, the big act or whatever, but it was his kids that ended up doing it. So it's a really tricky situation, or it's a really personal decision to go to consume and separate the art from artists in a situation like this. Do I wish Ezra Miller had just stayed clear and none of this happened? Absolutely. I'm sure there's a lot of people that think that, and not just like movie fans, but people involved in the situations with Ezra Miller. Does this movie look good? This movie looks fucking awesome. This movie, I want to see this movie really bad. I will probably go spend money to see this movie. And I want to spend money on this movie for a couple of reasons. I will gladly pay top dollar to watch the Snyderverse fizzle out. I will gladly pay money to watch the Snyderverse go away. And the Flash movie looks like it's going to do that. There might be a couple of you people out there, who am I? There might be a couple of y'all out there that hasn't watched the Flash trailer. Ryan, if you're watching, I didn't ask you. I meant to ask you earlier if you'd seen it. Man, they're doing things right. Like Derpy said, this is a 100% adaptation of Flashpoint Paradox. There's definitely changes happening here. You have Supergirl instead of Superman. And I mean, there's theories about Thomas Wayne being there, but the Batman we have in the trailers, we have two Batmen in the trailers. We do get Ben Affleck, and we also get Michael Keaton back as Batman. We knew this for a while. He was also going to be in the Batgirl movie that got canceled, or was in the Batgirl movie that got canceled. But he pops up in this one, and it looks awesome. It looks so good. It looks more like Flashpoint mixed with right, sorry, Ryan. There wasn't really a question. It was I had forgotten to ask you earlier when we were talking on the phone if you got a chance to see the Flash trailer that came out yesterday at the Super Bowl. I was just curious if you'd seen it and if you had an opinion on it. But it looks, God, it looks really good. It really is an adaptation of Flashpoint Paradox. Okay, you didn't see it. I might give it a couple, the 2.5 minutes that the trailer is or whatever. With all of the negative stuff going on with Warner Brothers and Ezra Miller, this is the only movie in the DC EU, the Snyderverse stuff, that I've been excited about since Batman vs. Superman. And we all know that came out. I want to preface this. I did enjoy some stuff from Batman vs. Superman initially. I liked Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal of Lex Luthor originally, partly because every time we'd seen him on screen, he was just like a con man real estate. He's just screwing over old ladies for the deeds to their houses. Like, that's all we ever saw of Lex Luthor. And I was excited about what they were what I thought they might do with Jesse Eisenberg. And I even came out being like, that was weird, but I did enjoy it a bit. But the Snyderverse just flopped so hard on its face that I didn't really get super duper excited for anything. I was just like, oh, there's a movie. I might go see it. Aquaman, cool. Aquaman 2, don't care. I might watch it. The first one was okay. The first one was The first one was totally okay. But do I care? Not so much. I care more about the Snyderverse stuff, and I care so much, or the Gunverse stuff. I'm actually trying to find some of the comics that are out there based on some of the new stuff. So yeah, I was curious about what you guys thought about Flash. Ryan didn't see it. Derpy's excited, I think, maybe as much as I am about this movie. Even though I am conflicted in certain places, and in capitalism you definitely support things with your money. So and I don't really want to support Ezra Miller, like I said before. I do hope that they get the help and treatment that they need, and whatever victims are out there or stories that we don't know about. Hope those things, find some sort of a happy ending here, because as Derpy's been telling us this whole time, the world kind of sucks right now, and there's terrible things happening as we speak. And I think it's important to hold on to, man, what's going on outside? Yeah. Nothing. Just, I think my stepdad was out there. But yeah, I was curious about people's perspective on the Flash, because there's probably people that are Snyderverse fans that want to see this movie. There's probably Snyderverse fans that don't want to see this movie because, like I was bringing up with the Hogwarts Legacy thing, if you go see this movie, do some people consider that as a support for Ezra Miller? It's a really difficult conversation to have. Which, by the way, the Hogwarts Legacy thing, to me, I just want to throw that. I do want to put my thoughts out there real quick on that. I don't care. If I cared more about playing that game, I probably would. I wouldn't stream it because I don't stream playing video games. But if you're mad about it making money for J.K. Rowling, there's two things to consider. She already has more money than any of us will ever see in our lives, and the amount of money that she will make on royalties off of a video game is minimal. Minimal. That's it. It's minimal. The game might be successful, but her portions of that are not going to be what the game makes. The other thing is, if you do care about boycotting J.K. Rowling, do some boycotts and some things that actually do damage to her pocketbook, if you will. For example, I think it's something like 15% or a huge portion of ticket sales at Universal Studios goes to her. That's more money. She makes more money off of those ticket sales than she'll make off this video game. Boycott Universal. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything you can do about her holding on to the Harry Potter rights until she passes away at some point. We all do. We're all human. But I don't know if we're going to wrestle that away from her anytime soon. And the other thing, too, is the Harry Potter series. I like the Harry Potter series, but she's not a good author. She has a number of books under pseudonyms. And there's some like anti-trans stuff. There's none of those books are good. None of them have decent reviews. I don't think Harry Potter was a fluke, but I also don't think that like writing is her number one thing. Harry Potter just gave her the resources to be able to do more because it was so popular. So I guess what I want to say about Hogwarts Legacy is, hey, this fucking world sucks. It does. Again, Derpy's telling us about an active shooter in Michigan. That shit happens every day. regularly in the United States. There's issues with healthcare, which is one of the reasons why I do my link. Check the link in the description. I'll just do it now. Check the link in the description. There's a link there to donate to Planned Parenthood, because Planned Parenthood's awesome. They're awesome. They do a lot for healthcare that we don't normally get. There's just a lot of shit going on, and the last thing I care about right now is not the last thing I care about, but I wanna escape the world sometimes, which is why we watch movies. Not everybody. This is why I watch movies. This is why when I talk about movies and television, I'm talking about comic book movies. I'm talking about sci-fi, fantasy, things like that. Like one of the trailer spots I didn't even get to today. It was the Dungeons and Dragons trailer. I think that movie looks super fun. It's probably going to be kind of shitty. I don't care. I'm going to go watch that movie. Why? Because the world fucking sucks, and the last thing I want to do is watch another news clip about Donald Trump or, gun control. Or, I mean, sometimes it's okay to get away. Sometimes it's important to pay attention. Right now, pay attention. If there's things, if you're in Michigan, you should be paying attention. Not just Michigan, it's the whole country should be paying attention. This is normal. Also, I don't know if you heard. I'm going to take this flash poster down. I don't know if you heard. You probably been hearing. There was 2 weeks ago, a train crash in Palestine. What is it? Is it Ohio? Sorry, was it in Ohio? Derpy would know. Yeah, where is this? Yeah, it's in Ohio. Sorry, forgive me. I didn't know where. There's things going on, right before this happened, there was a union negotiation that was trying to happen. President Biden was like, "No, we're not going to do that. We need commerce to happen, and the trains can't not run, so no strikes for the train." And then boom, this kind of shit happens. I mean, my stepdad worked for BNSF Railroad for a long time, and he was also in a train accident in what was that, 2008 or 9? It was the Chatsworth train accident here in Southern California. 40 people died on that, by the way. There's absolutely things we should be paying attention to. There are absolutely things that we can do to escape for a little bit. I think escapism is necessary to a degree. So when it comes to the Hogwarts Legacy thing, does J.K. Rowling know what she's talking about when it comes to trans rights? No, she does not. She's a total TERF. If that's what you want to, if that's the term you want to throw out, that's what she is. That's what she's doing. She's doing anti-trans stuff. Does me boycotting that game do any damage to her? Not at all. Not even a little bit. No. Don't go to Universal Studios. Don't buy her books. Don't read the Harry Potter books. Don't do any of that stuff. And maybe one day, when she's not so much of a billionaire, which I don't know if that's going to happen in her lifetime, maybe she'll decide, you know what, I should just sell this and make the money off the IP. I would hope, but she still owns it. She does have a partnership with Warner Brothers there, but yeah, I don't care enough about. And look, one other thing I want to get to. If you're just now understanding that there's shitty people out there and you give them money for stuff, you can absolutely boycott them. I'm not saying you should not, but you should also take a look at everything else going on. Disney, for example, a company run by misogynist racists. Not currently, he's dead now, but Song of the South, one of the most offensive children's movie of our generation. People were talking about, how offensive that movie is. Disney just this year got rid of Splash, or is redoing Splash Mountain. You know what Splash Mountain is? It's characters from Song of the South. You know, there's all. I understand that they're actually I'm really happy that the theme they're going with now for Splash Mountain is it Tiana from Princess and the Frog? I think that's cool. They're going to give it a little jazzy vibe and stuff like that. But Disney doesn't have a good track record. You know, they're doing a little bit better. And I mean, how many first gay characters are there in Disney movies? There's probably like 20 of them at this point, right? They're trying a little bit. They're trying as much as they can to you know, maintain selling merchandise to a wide variety of people. J.K. Rowling sucks. I do appreciate the Harry Potter franchise, but J.K. Rowling does suck. So there's my little rant. I don't have any conclusions for you guys, because what I'm trying to tell you is I'm not going to give you any conclusions. You need to come up with that on your own. If you don't give a shit at all about playing Hogwarts Legacy, you should do that. You know, I don't think you're inherently anti-trans by playing a video game. No, not at all. I don't. I do think that capitalism, you can speak with your money, and the more money you have, the louder you speak most of the time. So I don't see a real solid solution to any of this other than make your own choice. If you play Hogwarts Legacy and you feel bad about it, donate to some trans charities or some organizations that do outreach, maybe mental health healthcare for some people. So you know, there's a lot of things you can do, and I just think this discourse that's been going on is really kind of crazy. And to play a video game is not inherently anti-trans. It's just the system we live in, you know? It's capitalism. That's what it is. Speak with your money and speak with your heart. I would probably, I kind of want to play Hogwarts Legacy just to try it, but I'm not going to go buy it right now because I'm not really trying to buy video games. I have plenty of video games that I need to play. If I play some new ones. So Hogwarts Legacy is like on the back burner anyways. But anyways, this was a messy conversation here, especially there towards the end. And I didn't mean to get up on any high horse or anything like that. I just, I think it's kind of crazy that people are mad about a video game when there's actual things to be mad about. Like, you know, for example, there's legislation trying to be passed in the United States that's anti-trans. That to me is a little bit more important than fucking Harry Potter. Yeah, I sorry for going through this Warthog's lengthy won't what is that? Oh, sorry. Warthog's Legacy. Yes, it won't compare to Tears of the Kingdom. And also, that's another reason why is I'm mentally preparing myself for Tears of the Kingdom, which comes out in like 2 months. 3 months? Wait. May 12th, I think it comes out. I have played a little bit of Breath of the Wild over the last couple days, just here and there, to clear my brain of some things. And also, all of this Zelda talks just got me so pumped. Because, exactly, Ryan, I am way more excited about Tears of the Kingdom than any stupid Harry Potter thing. Because Zelda predates Harry Potter, and I played more Zelda than I've spent time on any Harry Potter, really. Although I've gone through the movie series a couple of times. I own them. They're good. I do like them. But yeah. Tears of the Kingdom, baby. Here we come. I cannot wait. You know, I was thinking about something. They showed a bunch of updated villains, and there's a couple of new villains that are like reused from previous games and stuff in the trailer. One thing that scared me though, I played Breath of the Wild through I think like 5 or 6 times, and the Lionels, man, those things are freaking scary. I just realized, sorry, Ryan. I like, sometimes when I look at words, I just auto-associate. I didn't actually read the words you said compared to Zelda's Teats of the King Dong. I love it. Thanks for the laugh there here at the end. Oh man, I should have run the Chestnut song while I was doing my rant. That would have been real funny. Shoot, what was I saying? Something about something. Ding dongs. King dongs. Oh, the Lionels. Oh man. Just dropping the word King Dong made me snap back into what I was talking about. The Lionels. The Lionels are the scariest part of Breath of the Wild. They're harder than like any of the bosses. There's like 2 bosses in the whole game. Lionels are like the hardest thing to fight in Breath of the Wild, and they keep showing like how moblins and boblins and all these characters, like even the stone taluses are upgraded a little bit. Like they have more to them. Like the stone taluses in one of the trailers had like a whole like nest of moblins on it when it was like rising up, and I'm like, oh damn, that looks like it's gonna be, you know, challenging. What are Lionels gonna look like, man? Because even in my normal playthroughs, I'm scared of them. In the last couple of days that I've been playing, I remember where most of them are, and so I just avoid them. I haven't even gone back to fight. It's not that they're unmanageable. I've totally been able to kill a lot of Lionels, but I kind of actively avoid them, and a little bit scared of where it's going for Tears of the Kingdom. But all right, it's Monday. It's Monday. It's only Monday. Man, I've had a busy week already. Well, busy week. I have a pretty busy week this week. Today I already had some stuff going on. I might have another job interview on Wednesday, which I didn't talk about at all. I'll get into that when I start finding out more information about if I'm picking up jobs or not. There was some other stuff. Oh yeah, Wednesday is the 90s nostalgia episode with Ryan. So we'll be back talking about 90s record. This last week for now. This is the end of our first season, if you will, of 90s nostalgia. It's going to be Butthole Surfers. Who else would we be talking about but the Butthole Surfers? So you should check out, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to, don't tell them. Well, they don't know what we're talking about. And also we need to like do a little bit of promotion on like trying to get people in week to week. You know, you got to get people back here on Wednesday. If they want to know what's going on, I'm down to give them a little taste, but they still don't know what record it is, do they? They probably, if you know Butthole Surfers, you probably know. But I didn't drop that. It's still a mystery, and our opinions are still a mystery. What did you think about it? I hate the Butthole Surfers. Whoops, spoiler. I'm just kidding. I gotcha. Butthole Surfers are the creed of the 90s. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. It's a conversation you should listen to on Wednesday when we do our 90s nostalgia. The other thing is I'm going to try to stick with that format from last Friday for this Friday too. Full screen. These graphics I'm going to just use for these kinds of episodes where we talk about stuff and I have to put up graphics and stuff. But when it's just hanging out, me and Pat or me and whoever, I'm going to probably go back to the full screen. with a little bit of the chat up on screen, and maybe one lower third or something. So that's what's going on this week. Shoot, is there anything I'm missing? I'm sure there's a ton I'm missing right now. I'm forgetting about New Pants Volume 2 is coming out at the end of the month. If you want to catch up with what's been going on with New Pants, check out Spotify. Just put in New Pants, NUPANTZ, 2 words, New Pants, and you'll see our one EP there. There's a second one coming out on the 28th, and the next day we will be doing, which will be the March 1st, we'll have an episode where we talk about because that's also the day that Mandalorian season 3 drops, episode 1 drops. So we might talk about that a little bit, but I definitely want to do a live stream for listening party for New Pants 2. So join us on March 1st for that too. You'll get to hear the whole thing then. And I have so many projects I'm trying to work on. I might be starting a music video for one of those tracks. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. Peace out, Ryan. Hope you enjoyed the episode tonight. We'll be talking later. Don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. If you like what you see here and you want to financially support the channel, for now, I'm not doing Patreon or anything. I like to give you products back. So buy a t-shirt or sweatshirt or a tote bag or some stickers or anything like that. It really all helps keeping this channel afloat. And then the last thing is check out the link in the description to donate to Planned Parenthood, because like I said earlier, Planned Parenthood's awesome. They do a lot of great stuff that we don't get in the United States because we don't have free healthcare. And Planned Parenthood can help. Planned Parenthood can help quite a bit. So yeah, go check that out, and I will be back Wednesday with Ryan. So hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed those Super Bowl commercials and all of it. Capitalism for the win. That's what the Super Bowl is. Capitalism at its finest. Peace out.